said, what makes you so good here? He said, always have a fast car. He's got a fast car. He and his teammate, Burton. The mayor, trouble.
Junior's in the wall. Montoya.
Joey Logano.
Logano gets hit. Edwards in the infield. And more.
I just saw that coming, Mike. It was a much wilder start than what even the first in the 47 car.
Ooh, Carl Edwards and Regan Smith.
I believe Carl got into. He definitely got into Dale Jr. I'm not sure if Regan Smith pushed him up there or not. Take another look at it.
From Jimmy Johnson.
Outside, too wide.
Oh, yeah. Carl got into the right rear of Dale Jr., and Dale Jr. got into the 78 car, Regan Smith.
Almost looked like Carl Edwards tried to go through a hole that wasn't quite wide enough for that 99 car.
Yeah, he's trying to slip right in there, and he couldn't make it. And then Dale Jr. bounced off of Carl and got into Regan Smith.
A wild slide into the corner. And let's take Joey Logano's wild ride.
Still inside two. Yeah.
Logano was holding his line till he got center punched by the 97. And then that big noise was Montoya.
Did a smart thing, though.
It'll be part of the pre-race show, and it's in high definition only on Fox. Watch the 78 car behind Jeff Gordon.
Yeah, the 78 got over into the 99, and that's what turned the 99 into Dale Jr. in the 88 car. That's what, when you get a good look at it, the 78 really kind of created that whole thing.
All right, Dick Berggren is with Dale Earnhardt. Old car, the black car is Regan Smith.
Yeah, this looks like that Regan got into Carl first, and that's what kind of started that whole thing. But like Dale Jr. said, all going for the same spot.
Came across and just wasn't quite clear. It is a game of inches here in Daytona. Here's the sprint in-car camera. On board Regan Smith.
Let's see what the Regan looks like. He's looking over. He's going by the 48. There's the 88. And then.
That's it. Hang on to it. Hang on to it. 88 hooks, bud.
It is a game of inches, and Dick Berggren at 200 miles an hour. The inches add up pretty fast.
Yeah, they sure do. Carl Edwards.
Miles an hour, whatever. But even at the slowest speeds, which is pit road speed at 55 miles an hour, watch this.
But Kyle
Trouble,
Busch,
turn one. Kyle Busch and Mark Martin.
Check up, check up. Come on. You all right, Mark?
I think Mark's car looked like it hit anything.
They still have a show on TV, okay?
This is two cars that had worked together a lot tonight, the 18 and the 5.
Whoa, just got in there on the outside and, you know, bumping, pushing each other in the corner like that. Over 205 miles an hour, the 18 car got loose.
And Denny Hamlin in the 11 narrowly misses another one from the Goodyear blimp. Third pair of cars, right of your screen.
Just got in that real high up there with Mark tucked right up under him, pushing him, and it got him side, got the 18 car Kyle Busch loose. I'd heard a number of guys, and then I watched Kyle in practice. His car wasn't the best handling car of the cars I watched out there on the racetrack the last couple of days.
It's like he just had him at the wrong angle, at the wrong place on the racetrack, and maybe wasn't completely squared up with him, had him more in that left rear.
Yep. And that's tight getting into turn one. You got getting into both turns, 1 and 3. You really crank it in there. When somebody laid right up against you. Pretty heavy contact.
You all right, Mark?
Wow. Let's watch and ride with Kyle Busch. Both cars have made it back to pit road. Here's a look from Jimmy Johnson.
Outside. In front of you, smoke, smoke, smoke. Oh, yeah. That was nice.
Tell you what, not only was it a close call for Jimmy Johnson, another close call for Denny Hamlin at 11.
Yeah, but what were all the sparks flying out from under Hamlin's car as he tried to drive through it? Oh, from getting down on the flat.
Yeah,
that's it.
Probably the skirts on the side were dragging on the racetrack. So you just work with whoever will make you go the fastest.
But what I love about this situation, Darrell, is that the cars in the pairs behind the lead. Oh, hard. Michael Waltrip into the wall.
14 got to turn around.
He and Tony Stewart were coming.
We just ran through the grass.
They were coming toward the front. Running 9th and 10th.
Down the back, it looks a lot like Mark Martin and Kyle Busch to me. Tony gets right up on Michael, gets him a little wee bit loose, and around he goes. That pushing off into the corner, either one or three, looks like it's a little treacherous for some of these guys.
But you know, Dale, it's almost like both situations has been the car wasn't just locked onto that car. It was maybe right there actually pushing on the left rear just a little bit.
Got him a little off center. So we can get a shot out the back here and see what to it. There's Tony just right on him. Little movement getting in the corner. And then just a quick little D-dido right there.
Ow.
And that's a hard hit.
14 got us turned around there, trying to push through. We just ran through the grass. Yeah, we're done.
Waltrip was in 9th position. Oof.
You think that nose isn't tough?
That's a blade, isn't it?
That thing is kicking up some earth. And you know the old splitter that was on the front of these cars last year, that is still attached to the bottom of that new nose.
Right here.
Coming to the white flag.
No pressure out the back.
Remember, it will happen if they're going to make the move on the back straightaway.
Hamlin locked on to Newman. Kurt Busch with Jamie Mack. Through turn 1 for the final time.
Here we go.
He's in your tire tracks. When you go, he's pushing.
Now it's go time.
There we go. They're looking. Can't make it. Can't make it happen.
Newman, the runner-up in 2005.
Can't make it happen.
Has about 2,000 feet to the finish line to win the Bud Shootout for the first time. Hamlin low, Busch up high. Here they come. 3 wide to the stripe, and the winner is
3 wide.
probably Kurt Busch, because Denny Hamlin went below the
Almirola obviously had the problem in this 2-truck duo. Kyle Busch behind him. Almirola gets a little bit squirrely, and down to the apron he goes, and then right back up the racetrack. He ended up hitting the outside wall.
I think it's a situation where the bumpers don't line up in these trucks. We talk about it all the time.
On in the first 10 minutes, we had our only incident.
Yeah, Kyle Busch and Eric Almirola were hooked up trying to do the 2-truck tandem, and unfortunately, Kyle said,
You know, down pit road backwards.
I think I'd fix that bad boy.
yeah.
And take a look at this. Brian Scott, damage to the left rear of that race car. That is because of a wild ride coming out of turn number 4. Let's take a look at what just happened.
Brian was in that big pack here. You see there's Joey Logano, his teammate at Joe Gibbs Racing, pushing him coming off turn number 4. Remember, in a big pack here, he just gets a little bit of a wiggle.
Yep.
And it was just a situation where it looked like Joey was pushing on the left side, and that turned his nose up to the right, and then he had to try to correct it.
That's what I've seen with some of these cars, Phil, is they're not as smooth as the Cup drivers. They get to wobbling a little bit, kind of going back and forth, and when you do that, if somebody's right behind you like Joey was there, he's going to push you around. These cars don't line up with bumpers. On these cars, wow, that was close.
Yeah, really fortunate that that was a single gar incident.
Yeah, these bumpers are not quite as flat front to rear as the Cup cars are. Let's see what Danica saw here. She says, oh, I think I've seen this before.
Let me go by this before he comes back up on the racetrack. So much is put into a primary race car. When they come to Daytona International Speedway, they have to make sure to get it just perfect. Well, how about the defending Daytona 500 winner? He just got into the wall. Look at the damage on the right side.
Yeah, Jeff, we were watching this during the commercial break, and it's obvious here right as he enters turn number 1. Fortunately, right up against the wall, he's going to cut a tire down. You see some debris fly out from behind the car. And the nice thing is, or the good thing is, if there can be a positive, he was so close to the outside wall, he couldn't gather any momentum to really hit it that hard.
Yeah, he damaged the car probably beyond repair, but he didn't destroy the car. Again, like you're saying, Phil, if he'd been down a little bit lower, it would have been a lot worse. But this is not what you want to do as far as being a defending champion. And the thing is, right now, we're hearing that there's a lot of debris on the racetrack, and NASCAR's got to take the time to try to clean.
And that's also a rarity. I don't think I've heard a soul say a word about tires.
And that's a beautiful thing.
It is. It really is. I know. Oh, what's this all about? Man, he's got something.
Whoa,
on his
trouble
car.
for Hamlin.
The right front tire is headed toward the infield, right where he is.
What in the world?
Yeah, they were going to have to start the race at the back of the dual races on Thursday.
That car, it is. It's just locked full left lock.
Never seen anything like that before.
There he is. If you do, will it ever cool back down?
Well, I'm already seeing right at
trouble.
Turn
Truex, Earnhardt, crash. And the pole-winning car for the 500 is in smithereens.
It is no more.
Anything, TJ? Yes, sir.
I mean, there's no question they're going to go to a backup car. I mean, he will have to go to the rear of the field in the dual race, I think. But I think this also
on a bunch of cars. You see steam coming out of the 88 back there, by the way. And they were coming up on these slow cars right here. And looked like somebody just, maybe Jimmy Johnson got a little bit loose.
Yeah.
Well, and then Truex had a push from the car behind him, who probably couldn't see what was happening 4 cars ahead.
But, Larry, I think that means the 88 will have to start in the rear of the field.
Yeah, Truex had a push from the Red Bull car too.
Caution's out, yo.
Chain reaction.
Water out the Cowler, 291st. Slow cars on the bottom here. Just keep your eye on them. They're like, come up front edge, checking up below. We're in it. We're in it.
You'll see these 3 cars on the bottom here. That's McMurray in the front there. I think they're trying to get up to speed, and the 48 and the 88 were coming with a hit of steam with a 56 right on 88's tail. And
Marty? Thank you, Doc. So you may wonder why you're not hearing and seeing cars out on the track. There is your reason. In the first session this morning, Bobby Santos just drilled the safer barrier, and they're having to replace that entire section. Let's take you back and show you what happened earlier today, DJ.
Yeah, this is happening quickly. Off of turn 4, the car just makes a hard left-hand turn, hard impact into that inside safer barrier. Just speculating, looks like possibly the steering wheel could have come off there and wasn't able to get it back on to get that car righted. But as you can see, got out of the car a little bit shaken.
Well, and you can see as he is walk off limping, he is going to be okay. We'll get a final up.
Are able to work their way away from the rest of this field.
And the unknown, Mike, is how long can they do this now? We trouble already. Newman.
Spin behind you.
Ryan Newman is going to stay off the wall after spinning off turn number 2 to bring out the first caution flag of the day.
My, looked like he just lost it.
There was contact, and Newman goes around 4 under yellow quickly in the Gatorade duel.
Out of the banking onto the straightaway. Right here, when Ryan Newman moves out, that car's a little free. Tony Stewart was right against him, and he just spun the thing out.
Yeah, you're going from 31 degrees to 3 degrees in a very quick amount of time.
Yeah, as he steps out right here, he's also going to step around right there.
Matt Yoakum?
Mike, no harm, no foul for the Stewart Haas teammates. As soon as Ryan gathered.
Smith is a good guy to get hooked up with.
And Darrell, I don't think they have a choice but to stay like that till we get well off turn 4. I don't think they can start mixing it up too early.
Dinger through the middle. Allmendinger coming with Menard. Threads the needle, looking for third place.
And look at Ryan Newman and Tony Stewart, but they have nowhere to go. They had a head of steam, had to back off.
Transfer spot, Elliott and Yaley ahead of Nemechek and Conway now.
What will Regan Smith do in that 78 car coming to the tri-oval?
I'll tell you what he's going to do. He's going to push, push, push.
Well, he's got enough room to look out and try to win it, but he's steaming along. It's going to be Kurt Busch.
Whoa, he looked, but he couldn't do it.
Oh!
You got it, baby.
He gave it a gallant effort.
He did. I was really surprised.
And there they are battling for the lead.
Well, they're going to have a lot of company here in just a second. And here they come right up through the middle. Whoop.
Whoa! Logano goes for a ride.
I think he's going to save it.
Caution is out. Nice save by Joey Logano. But look what he's got left. Well, we saw it with Ryan Newman off turn 2, and now we see this with Joey Logano coming out of the tri-oval.
I think that was just a product area. Those guys, that group of cars was closing on that front pack so fast. I bet somebody had to get out of the throttle, and he got run over from behind.
The orange 20 of Joey Logano goes around off the front bumper of Michael Waltrip and catches the end of the retaining wall. Happens to Joey Logano here, the orange number 20.
Yeah, I just commented that that group back there was closing on this front crowd here in a hurry. I think what happened was Logano got to the 18 car of Kyle Busch, might have had to check up a teeny bit, and when he did, Michael got into the back of him, and man, that could have been a whole lot worse than what it turned out to be. He was headed for the end of that wall.
The closing rate is so fast, one pair of cars to another. You're riding with Logano. And next, our Fox Exmo camera, our extreme slow motion camera. You saw good use of it at the Super Bowl, and here it is.
See, what happened was Logano was going to try to drive out from behind Kyle Busch. He started to go to the inside of Kyle Busch, and Michael was laying right up against him. Just that turning out from behind Kyle and Michael pushing him got him around sideways. Got the 20 car around side.
A couple of sets of teammates that's lost touch with this top 6 is Jeff Burton and Clint Boyer.
Trouble, turn three, car
One
around.
car all by itself. It's Brad Keselowski. Caution is out for the third time in this second duel race.
I see. Back her down there. Got the shoes spun into.
Woo.
Darrell, that wasn't just pushing, that was the bump draft, just as he was turning off in the corner.
Saw the same thing happen with Michael and Tony Stewart in the Budweiser shootout. Just that extra little bump getting in the corner knocks you loose.
But Mike and Darrell, you got to give a thumbs up to NASCAR. That one of the changes they made to this car from that front bumper down.
Yeah, just make it last. We can go like hell at the end, you know. Let's just try to separate ourselves enough so that at least one way or the other we finish first, second if we can.
How's that working out?
Whoa.
Not too good. There goes Hamlin around.
That was another one of those incidences where he was just closing so fast with nowhere to go, and he got run into.
Fourth caution flag of the race for Denny Hamlin.
Nowhere to go. The yellow line, he's already broken. He's violated that rule once. He come right back in front of his teammate. Got hit. He was not going to go below that yellow line and advance his position.
Not like last Saturday night in the Budweiser shootout.
See here, he looks down. He gets all the way down on the apron, but there was nowhere for him to go.
Darrell, it's got to be so hard for Kyle Busch pushing him to anticipate the closing rate and how close you're getting to the pair of cars in front.
Yeah, if you don't stay engaged, you keep pushing, you lose so much speed, you're not going to make the pass. If you keep pushing, you got so much speed, you got nowhere to go. What a dilemma. See, right there, Denny thought, whoop, 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 I can't go below that yellow line, and he started back up on the racetrack, and Kyle was all over him.
What a week he has had, though. He had an engine failure in his Budweiser shootout car. Went below the yellow line, got penalized, didn't have his steering wheel on when we went to qualify on Sunday, and now this has happened in the Gatorade Duel race.
Watch how quickly, though, this unfolds and how quickly decisions have to be made at speed.
That 11 and 18 are coming at a good 10, 15 mile an hour faster than the two cars in front of them. There's nowhere to go.
Daryl, it's almost like there were several things that contributed to that.
To go.
They have the Budweiser shootout, these two guys do, that they worked all the way through. Didn't get the result they were looking for.
Trouble.
Oh, there's trouble. 60 car of Bodine.
Todd Bodine crashes out of the 500.
It's Stephen Wallace in the 77 involved.
And I think we'll see there was contact in front of Bodine. That started all this and put us under caution for the 5th series wins here.
Let's see what happened here,
Mike.
Mike.
60.
Man, look, did he get in on the apron?
It looked like he did. I know when he ran over Digger, it looked like he was on the apron when we had that shot.
Look at the job that Greg Beffel's doing to get by that. Nice work.
Now, Stephen Wallace got into him, but that may have been after Bodine had trouble.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
There he is down toward the bottom of your screen.
You see him wobbling a little bit getting in that corner. He was already having trouble when he got to the corner. That got him down on the apron, and then he came back up in the racetrack in front of Stephen Wallace.
And Stephen was getting a push from Travis Quapple, who's trying to race into the 500.
Hey, it's go time, guys.
And you'll see they almost get into David Rudeman in the 00 car when he goes back up the racetrack.
Yeah, it looks like that possibly. I don't know if Stephen was up against him, pushing him or not, but if he was, that's what got him loose getting in that corner. And that's getting in the corner with somebody right up behind you like that pushing is pretty tough.
It happens this fast.
Yep.
How about the job that Carl Edwards and Greg Biffle did, splitting Stephen Wallace to get through there unscathed?
Well, the sad thing for Stephen Wallace is he is in this race. Let's see
Watch this from the Biff.
Yo!
Beautiful, we missed it.
That's a piece of driving right there.
Great spotting, too.
Nice job.
Back at 9th and 10th. White flag. And Jeff Burton.
I guarantee you, wild thing in that 18 car, he's not going to be content to run 4th in this race.
This will not be the way they finish.
2 Chevys, 2 Toyotas, 2 Dodges, 2 Toyotas, a Chevy and a Toyota. But on point, Jeff Burton trying for his first Daytona Speedweeks checkered flag. Clint Boyer locked on to him.
I know Michael and Kyle would like to pull out, but they're afraid to.
2 wide behind them with Brian Keselowski in 5th.
They're going to take a look here, Michael and Kyle. Here they come. They've got to run, but they're going to
crash.
Oh, no.
Trevor Bayne is in it along with David Reagan. And Burton will win it over Boyer.
5 1/1000ths of a second.
A thrilling finish, but in more ways than one, as they got 3, maybe 4 abreast up in turn number 4.
What a shame for the 21 car. And Bain, they already get sideways up there in the middle of a turn 4. Woo. And looked like Jeff kind of ran down on the 21 car.
I mean, Jeff Gordon went from the top to the bottom to not get involved in that wreck. Remember, he's sitting on the outside of the front row for the Daytona 500.
Yeah, I think he got a little bit of damage. I'm not sure if the car didn't clip the wall here when it gets loose. You see here, gets a little bit of right side damage, but then I'm not sure he was about to wreck. Yeah. Jeff was just about to wreck, and he got down there and got into Trevor Bayne and turned him, and then the 6 car had nothing to do with that, but except slam the outside wall. I mean, that takes away a passing lane. As long as you stay down on that yellow line, you're going to have to go around me on the outside. So I don't have to look to my left very often.
And we just saw a tire get broken off.
Looked like something happened there.
The 94 of Brett Hudson turned around, slams into the wall. The tire came off just before he entered turn 3, and we could see the outside lining of that coming off.
And listen, it's not unusual to have a tire problem on the left side because you run the air pressure here.
Brett Hudson down on the bottom of the racetrack. You'll see the left rear come off right there.
Yep.
Just lost the tread.
Milcaduna did a great job, the 63 car, giving him room and avoiding him.
Oh, and how about how close that was for Mariev Defoe that went by.
Whoa.
Within inches of that car making its way up the racetrack.
There's Milka. She might have made a little contact. She slips by.
Look at her move up the racetrack.
Mark Thompson, fortunately, the 66 car was high enough and gave her some room. As you mentioned, Mariev Defoe barely getting by.
Great job. You just don't see many single car accidents here.
Great job by Brett Hudson. He almost saved that.
Had his hands full, and it was a single car incident. Only Brett Hudson will be out of this first race. Coverage of the
forward. So, you know, like a lot of guys in this series, this is their first time at Daytona, and they're just out there trying to get some laps under their belt, make some laps, you know, watch the car.
Oh, trouble. Problems on the racetrack. That's the 52. Gets turned around.
That's Tom Hesser. Looked like he got run into from behind. Milcaduna did a great job avoiding him. Another close call for her.
Was right in the middle of that, but was able to avoid it. Great job on her part.
Yeah,
he was running 11th. Let's take a look at what happens.
He slowed down in front of him.
Yeah, he had to check up. The guys in front of him let up a little bit, and he got run into from behind.
Yeah, a little damage to the 41 of Ty Dillon. He made some contact.
Yeah, it looked like he got the left front fender just a little bit, so I'm sure they'll be down pit road.
See, there he is going around right now, but he did make contact with that left front fender.
You know, one thing that's helping all these drivers, Milka included, is there's so much grip that when you turn the wheel or when you make an evasive move, the car doesn't get sideways, doesn't get out of control. You're able to drive through some of these really tight incidences like we saw right there.
Yeah, a year ago, you know, you couldn't get slowed down. If you turned the wheel, you would slide and get all out of shape. So that's absolutely the truth.
Look at the damage.
Later on, he's probably good till he gets to lap 70 or so, 65 or 70 with the fuel he has. So
problems out of turn 4.
Big wreck.
That's Chad Hockenbraw in the 58. A lot of damage to that race car.
That car, I think it rolled over.
Tremendous amount of damage. I think the 30 of Terry Jones got a little piece of that. He's made his way to pit road.
The field all slowing coming off of turn number 4. What just took place?
This is coming off of turn number 4.
Oh, he just gets sideways back there, and man, there she goes.
Here it is upside down. Actually hit the roof. It looked like on the wall.
Yeah, slammed it roof first into the wall.
He may have had a little bit of help from behind to get that thing sideways, and then when he got sideways, he tried to correct it. And then when it did, it just hooked and went straight into the outside wall.
Phil, I wonder how much, you know, we talked about the sun in turn 4. I wonder how much, if that had anything to do with it, because about where he is right where it's kind of blinded for a second.
Yeah, the car behind him may have bumped him a little bit from behind because, as you mentioned, so difficult to see with that sun.
That was Benny Chastain's Gerhardt. Oh, problems in the 10. That is Ed Papa.
Caution's out, yellow, yellow.
It's going to be another big break there for Billy Gerhardt.
Billy Gerhardt's going to say.
You can see back there all the rubber off the tire, so it definitely blew a tire.
Oh yeah, right as he
coming into the trial. Tire just explodes, and that tears the right rear quarter panel completely off the race car. And you know, he's not cheering because Ed Pompa had an accident. He's cheering because he needed a call.
Either he's going to wait till the last lap to make his move, or he's not going to make a move at all. He now can make it on fuel. Gerhard can. Oh, trouble! Got a tire down.
Looks like the tire goes down. Also, the 25 has problems. That's Arpin in the 25 into the wall.
Milka didn't make it that time.
And this time we've got more crashing down below. The 23 of Nick Igdalski.
Marie-Eve Dufault is the white car coming down the front straightaway. She was involved. The 15 car, Kyle Fowler, our outside pole sitter, is involved. There's Hal Martin, the 55 car right there.
68
Steve Blackburn.
Problems.
I think it's going to go down by the time he gets down to turn number 3. You see him on the outside of the 44, Frank Kimmel.
And Arpin sees this. He's right behind the 55.
They get down to turn number 3 and watch now.
There she's starting to go, and there she goes.
Looks like a right rear tire. And then Steve Arpin was moving to the inside to try to give him some more room, but Milka had already committed. There was nothing she did wrong.
No room.
Nick Igdalski in the 23 also involved. There's John Ferrier, the 14. There's another view of it.
Coming out of turn 55 up against the wall, and
Brian Silas, 11, also involved.
Yep, wreckage taking place even down in the grass. Like you mentioned, very difficult for the Venturini group.
There's 2 of them right here, the 55 and the 25, both cars from the Venturini stable, as well as Kyle Fowler is going to get involved. But you see, Milka was already on the bottom of Steve Arpin, and then Steve was just trying to move down to give Hal Martin some more room. And when he did, Milka was already there. Ty Dillon did a nice job avoiding that on the bottom side.
Well, when you have 5 cars in the field like Venturini did, you got good odds of winning. You also got good odds of wadding up 5 cars.
Getting caught up in something like this.
Just your worst nightmare, that more of your cars involved. Here's the second incident.
Marie-Eve Dufault in the 12 trying to avoid, gets hit right there.
Steve Blackburn comes down the hill.
Marie-Eve almost had it made, and then that car came down and caught her. She was going by.
Riding along with Steve Arpin here.
He sees that car.
They stalemated back there. At 50, they're wrecking behind you. Get a wrecking behind you. 55 cut and tire. That's what the smoke was. 25 went with them. We just lost our help here. Yellow is out. Yellow is out. Big mess over there. Big mess. Got a 55.
Oh, he knows right there. You hear the tire go. When that happens, he knows he's in trouble, and here comes the rest of the gang piling in.
We'll take a look from the 75 of Vinny Chastain. Here you see him wrecking in front of him.
Trying to stop, trying to slow down. He's on the brakes, but you just can't stop when you're going 190 miles an hour.
And it looks to be okay right here.
And then
They're still running, Benny. Come on, you needed to stop.
You're low.
Here's
back it down, come to the bottom. Nice and slow down. Easy.
She right when she started to get back in the gas, thought she had it cleared, and then got smacked in the side.
Time by. The white flag will go in the air. 1 more to go from Daytona.
And there goes the 77 to the outside. Let's see who goes with him, if anybody does.
He's going to try to force his way back to the inside. Doesn't make it.
Joey Licata had a run. He thought he would take advantage of it. Doesn't get by the
17.
Somebody
had to make a move. That's going to happen again going down the back. I got to believe. Going into turn 3.
Now's the time to do it.
I believe that 17
Look for some space.
What will Chris Buescher do? Will he stay behind the 5 all the way down the backstretch? Last time he gave him a push. This time, Bobby Gerhart pulls out to a 2-car length lead as they go into 3.
I don't believe he can do it from here. I mean, Gerhart's got a pretty comfortable little lead there. So just a short drive down here to the start-finish line now.
Here comes Buescher with some momentum.
Coming out of turn 4 into the tri-oval. Will he make the move? Bobby Gerhart, Chris Buescher. It's Gerhart winning for the 7th time at Daytona. 8 career wins for Bobby Gerhart. 7 of those coming right here at the most historic racetrack in stock car racing.
I tell you, that's take a chance on losing some spots. I say you just go to school. You you kind of try to figure out, if I did dive out, is there anybody going to go with me? I don't know if these guys talk to each other on the radio.
Oh, trouble.
Man.
Into the wall.
Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming.
Hard impact.
Caution's out, caution's
Joey
out.
Coulter in the 22 truck.
That Chevy Silverado into the wall hard. Joey Coulter.
Blew a tire, Harold.
Yeah, he blew a tire.
Let me get out of the racetrack. You're okay, you're okay. Come on, everybody sees you. They're all bringing back down. They're all backing down.
Yeah, that thing took a, it blew a tire
Right
everybody
in the middle of
else.
the screen, that's the black number 22. Timothy Peters, the 17 right behind him. Boy, the timing was absolutely perfect. It just blew. He got out of the way. Timothy Peters was able just to keep his line and drive right on by. Here's another view. You see the piece of rubber fly around, undoubtedly ran over something. We really haven't had any tire issues whatsoever here. Goodyear brought such a great tire. That's why these guys haven't had to change them.
Yeah, and 30-odd laps. That we've seen guys run them 100 laps down here, so that's obviously cut it down. And you can shove you. And Todd Bodine and he were really working hard together, and I think maybe Hornaday was dragging a brake a little bit.
There goes that hood.
Up, and there goes the hood.
The hood in front of the windshield for Justin Marks, and he is into the outside wall. The caution will come out once again.
I'm amazed it lasted as long as it did.
That's a shame.
An unbelievable tough night for Justin Marks when all of the other trucks put on to keep that hood down, and now it finally gave way.
There's another viewer. There he is. And Brendan Gaughan had committed to the high side. He's going to follow him. Brendan may have made contact with the outside wall. Maybe he didn't.
I don't think he did.
That's going to get us in our window, though. We're going to complete 66 laps right here. Pit road is closed this time.
Justin Marks will pull that truck on trying to get Travis Bauble to win here as he came off of turn 4 and looked like he had the lead that no one was. Problems. Travis Bauble involved in this one. He gets sideways, and now they pile up behind him.
Hornaday's in it. Brendan Gaughan is in it.
Looks like Todd Bodine potentially in it as well.
Look at all these
They're not
trucks in
done
the back.
wrecking yet.
Johnny Sauter, Matt Kraft, and Max Pappas all in this. TJ Bell had such a good run going. He's in it.
Todd Bodine, a lot of damage to that race truck. The fourth caution comes out, and it is the big one.
Back in here trying to get position. Getting a little wadded up here.
Watch the 5 right there.
Oh, yeah, he did. Looked like he definitely had a tire going down as he headed up the track right in front of oncoming trucks. That 30 was on the outside, 33. Got them all.
Yeah, Jason White was involved on that. Didn't see him the first go round. Craig Gose as well. There's Nelson Piquet Jr. I believe he's going to avoid it. And then the aftermath. Then they start wrecking behind him with Max and Johnny Sauter, Matt Crafton all getting involved.
When you're this close together, yeah, you see that. You see Quappo's truck just take off.
And a head of steam.
That might have been a left rear tire that went
well,
down.
he had a left front down, and it didn't appear that the rights were. It appeared the rights were okay.
Yeah, the left rear looked like it had quarter panel damage even before it got to the outside wall.
Might have gotten into something, Phil, and knocked a piece of sheet, a fender or something in, and cut that tire down.
Take a look real time.
Hold your breath.
Your eye on the
It's
5.
pretty crazy right here. 5's that yellow truck right there, about 5th or 6th back. Takes off up the hill and collects all these coming trucks. You're just along for the ride. You can't see. You don't know where everybody is. You see Crafton back here. He gets run into by the 20.
Johanna Long involved. There's Johnny Sauter. There's another view.
Anybody from the 5 on back looks like they were potentially in this thing with some damage.
The lucky ones. Guys like Parker Kligerman in the 29.
How about Chris Fontaine at 84 getting by? Nice
Just
job.
slipped by, yeah.
Take a look from up above.
And again, just watch the yellow truck there.
This is the aftermath.
Everything happening in front of them. They're checking up.
Oh my gosh.
Donnie Neuenberger got in the back of Johanna Long, pushed her into the 88 of Matt Crafton. That's what caught all these other trucks in this. There's Max Pappas. He obviously got involved as well.
And these guys back here had it. They would have missed that wreck if it weren't for Neuenberger in the 07. He just pushed them. He came in there wide open.
And just about got all the way to the 18 of Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch and Eric Almirola. Remember, he was involved in that incident.
Yeah,
looks like it hasn't hurt his truck too much.
For whatever reason, that 18 truck doesn't have a lot of speed in it. He just
problems.
Here we go.
Got the 77 around 81 of David Starr also goes around.
Hold the brake.
Justin Lofton in the 77. Now we're seeing David Starr and that 81 go backwards. Also saw the 10 of Jennifer Jo Cobb make the hard left turn and go down pit road.
Made contact, or does something happen here?
He starts wobbling right there. Then it looks like maybe
Max Pappas
Max was right.
Possibly Max got into the back of him and got him loose. The left rear tire is down. I don't know if it's from the slide or not. Probably is.
I think David Starr, an innocent victim there. You can see at the top of your screen Jennifer Jo Cobb, and she was definitely slowing down. There's another view. You see the 77 wobbling, and that throws him out into the outside into David Starr. Look at Jennifer Jo. What a nice decision she made to go down pit road.
Saw that 81 of David Starr coming in front of her. Held it hard left and went right down pit road. Slowed down, as you mentioned.
Super slow motion.
Yeah, look back in there and see.
There's the contact between the 77 and the 81. Turns David right down in front of Max Pappas and the damaged 30 truck of Todd Bodine.
Jennifer Jo Cobb, let's ride along with her at speed.
There you go. You're good. You're good. You're good. Pit road. Pit road. Pit road. Pit road. Pit road. Now you need to start slowing down. Start slowing down. You got to reduce your speed. There you go. There you go. Reduce your speed. You're going to be fine. Just roll right off the end of pit road, and we're good to go.
We have to give credit to Keith Barnwell because he called that whole thing for her.
Because the track has been repaved, you could turn that truck down.
Rolling out at the base of the windshield of the 18 of Kyle Busch. Is he going to get shuffled out of the way? Here comes the 31 of James Buescher up the middle.
I don't know if there's any room, but there trouble.
They go.
Problems as they go through the triangle. Austin Dillon is caught up in it. The 31 of Buescher's caught up in it.
That's the rest of the field.
They're all in it. They're all in it.
There's only 2 guys left running.
The 2 that made it through, Elliott Sadler, Michael Waltrip. Take a look at the cars, trucks that are still under their own power.
Elliott Sadler, Michael Waltrip, Miguel Paludo.
Chris Fontaine in the 84.
First. James Buescher's good.
They just start bouncing around back in there.
It was really Brad Sweet in the 32 truck. Maybe the 32 got hooked by the 51 truck. Red flag is out.
That's kind of what it looked like. They just started moving around. They were wobbling as they were going down toward turn 1 there. Truck gets really free coming through the tri-oval here, especially when you get them 3 wide like that.
It was 3 wide in front of where the truck that got a little bit.
Here's another look now. Watch.
A little bit sideways.
Watch behind the blue truck. That's the 32 behind the blue truck. Looks like he may have got pushed from behind, and that got him into the truck on the inside.
I believe that.
Is that Eric Almirola, maybe the 51 truck?
That black truck has
Almirola. Parker Kligerman.
Yeah, Almirola got it going.
I think he got in the back of Brad Sweet, possibly.
Yeah.
And then turned him sideways.
And buddy, when he did.
There's another view. Watch behind the blue truck now. Watch behind the blue truck.
He'll catch the 29 of Parker Kligerman.
I don't think the 51 was into the back of him, DW.
It almost looked like the 32 and the 18 made some contact.
Blocks the track, and nobody had anywhere to go. Ricky Carmichael did a nice job going down through the grass to avoid that.
About a $500,000 junkyard right there. We just keep looking at this. We'll figure it out. The 31 is going to squeeze in right here, and this is what starts to create the commotion. Looking.
Yeah, here we're gonna. You see Buescher start wobbling there a little bit.
Little bit of movement.
Looks then maybe the 93 of Cole Wood may have got into Brad Sweet, possibly right into his left rear corner. How about Miguel Paludo, that white truck, avoiding that's going to end up in the 3rd spot when they get to turn 1.
But Phil, you know, when they start moving around like that, all that movement, you really don't have control of your truck.
You talked about at the very opening of the show. You run just as fast on that portion of the racetrack. It's only banked 18 degrees.
The things really get free and light coming through there.
3 wide here. Looking to make it 3 wide. Hold your line up top. Wrecking.
Yeah, that lick. Whoever was under the 31 got into the 31, and I think may have started that. And we think it may have been Cole Whip.
There's Timothy Peters. He's going to be another one of the guys, the fortunate ones that gets through this.
If you can get through this, you're Houdini. That's all I know. Look at this. How are you going to get through here? How are you going to get through here?
Unbelievable.
Wow. Unbelievable. All right, let's look at this real close now. These guys right here, and maybe this is where it came from. 2 black trucks down on the inside. Now let's see where they go. 31.
He squeezes the 29 down a little bit. There's the 32. He starts wiggling. He started wiggling. The 51 of Almirola did not get in the back of that 32. He just got a little bit loose, like you talked about, turned sideways and got into the truck on the inside.
Clipped him and turned him right into the 31. Get enough looks at this thing, we'll figure it all out eventually. Oh my, look at that at real time.
That was a hard hit by Parker Kligerman.
And I'm not sure, Phil, but down in there may not be any safer barrier. I think that's right in a part of the racetrack where they don't have safer barrier.
Just before it starts back for the corner.
Yeah, they had just gone through the
There's
trial.
a start-finish line right there. Just past that.
No,
there was some safer barrier there.
They caught some of it right at the end of the safer barrier. Yeah. You can see, if you look on the outside, you'll see those blocks of styrofoam.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. He caught it right on the end.
Piece of sheet metal flying through the air and
flying everywhere.
Thank goodness that it landed in the infield.
What an amazing job, though, by Miguel Paludo to avoid this.
Attempt at a green-white checker. Elliott Sadler, Michael Waltrip, green flag back in the air.
There he goes, letting him right down in front of him like they did on all the other restarts. Now
Cobb also tucking in behind the 7 of Miguel Paludo.
Remember, we got 2 Toyotas. Miguel Paludo's in a Toyota. Elliott Sadler's in a Chevrolet.
But now Michael's got people behind him, but he doesn't really know for sure what they can or will do.
Down the back stretch they go. Elliott Sadler, Michael Waltrip, 1 and 2.
Remember, a Chevrolet has never won here in the Truck Series at Daytona.
2 by 2 back there for the 4th position. Timothy Peters in the 17 trying to get that outside line to run.
Just can't, boy, it takes too many laps to get there from the outside.
Coming out of 4. White flag will be in the air. One more time around Daytona. Elliott Sadler, Michael Waltrip, 1 and 2.
It's going to be between those 2 guys. They have actually gapped everybody else. So I think it's going to be between them. And boy, Michael's getting a little aggressive now. He's starting to work that back bumper.
I thought he was going to pick the rear wheels off the ground.
Yeah, he's not going to give it to him. He said, you're going to have to earn it, dude.
They pulled away from the pack. Down the back stretch they go. Can the pack catch them by the time they get out of turn 4?
Remember, the next flag will end this race.
Look at how Michael's got the whole back end of the 2 truck of Sadler off the ground.
Into 3 and 4. Elliott Sadler looking for his 2nd win in the Camping World Trucks. Michael Waltrip has never won in a truck, but he's won here twice.
Here he comes.
To the finish line.
He got him. Mikey, you got him.
You got it.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Hey, guys, look at the rear spoiler on Mikey's truck.
Waltrip,
he doesn't have a rear spoiler.
Has won his first ever Camping World Truck Series race.
National Speedway in the season opener in the NASCAR Nationwide Series. Sam Hornish hit one of multiple cars involved. Brian Scott got the worst of it as well. And they got
happens they come off here. Sam Hornish right in the middle. Oh, it looks like Brian Scott gets turned. May have got a little too much of a bump. Looks like it might have been Allgaier gave him a little shove.
And then here's the second contact.
Yeah, Brian Scott just tags Hornish. Yeah, you see, now we've talked about that these cars, the front and rear bumpers don't line up quite as well. You have to be careful with this bump drafting that a little bit too much of that, you'll get the nose up under and really lift the rear wheels off the ground. That's exactly what happened to Brian Scott.
All right, let's go back and just listen. like the 31 did get into him just a little bit.
Yeah, and it wasn't much, but as you move across that rear bumper, it just sends these cars, makes it very difficult to keep up with the steering of it.
Well, you see, Hornish looked like he was just flying up through the middle there, coming by those guys, and with that contact.
That car behind her latched onto her rear bumper, so that's something that she's going to have to learn here throughout the day.
Trouble in turn 2. Several cars around. The 62 of Michael Annett. Elliott Sadler's involved.
Good.
The 09 of Kenny Wallace. Dale Jr. gets through, and look out.
Jeremy Clement gets a part of that. No, that's Mike Wallace.
That's Mike Wallace.
Right rear quarter.
So one of the...
I thought I'd slow down enough.
Let's take another look, see what happened.
Oh, you can see right there. Looks like Kenny Wallace got tagged. Actually, that was a net.
Yeah,
Wallace comes in behind that.
And right there you saw Mike worried about the 62 coming back high, and he ends up getting into the tail end of it.
Yeah, that's Todd Bodine, who was trying to push Michael Annett there. You have to be really, really careful as you get to the corners. You know you want to stay latched on and attached. See Tony Stewart barely sneaking by there. Ricky Stenhouse looks like he's got a little bit of damage. I notice he's on pit road right now working on that car.
Elliott Sadler nowhere to go whatsoever.
We can tell you Michael Annett has made it back to pit road as well. So has the 01 of Mike Wallace.
Yeah, Mike just got that last part.
Here's the second impact.
See, Mike was going around the other car on the bottom, and he thought he could swing back low on this car, but he just couldn't do it.
From Clint Boyers on board.
Outside, next car, spin behind you, come on. You're clear, outside, caution, nice job.
That's when you're sitting in the seat just wondering if that car is going to clip you as it comes back. You see just how close it's going to be for Clint Boyer right here. Wow.
And we've got most of the second half of the field taking advantage of this opportunity to come down pit road. Leaders stayed out all the way through the top 13 cars.
Separate some of the cars. We got a spinner.
Sam Hornish going around again. That's right into pit in. And he's going to bang the wall with the left front. So Hornish, who was running 33rd at the time, 3 laps down, brings out our third caution of the day, and there's the damage. Look, see what happened to Sam. The first crash wasn't his fault. See what happened this time.
That looks like Todd Bodine got another one there.
At this point, it looked like he might be able to save it until right
there.
Yeah. Give you another angle.
Looks like Todd hadn't quite perfected that push move yet.
You know, as we talk, these bumpers don't exactly line up, and you can actually get your nose underneath the rear bumper and lift the rear wheels off the ground.
That ended a 28-lap green stretch that had been the longest stretch of green flag racing that we had seen.
There's an opportunity now for these other cars to close up, and hopefully they've all perfected their little tandem drafting technique, and they can keep up with these leaders.
So, as several drivers have experienced, Sam Hornish having a tough day today. And not much of it really hitting. It looks like they're okay. Up front,
look at Junior.
Here comes Junior, right behind the Joe Gibbs Racing duo. Trouble. Keselowski has spun and coming back onto the track, and gets tagged.
That's a hard lick right there.
Heavy damage to that whole right front corner on the 22 of Brad Keselowski.
Like Josh Wise on that 39.
And Josh, the whole front end of that Mustang is just shoved back.
Yeah, good to see that window neck. I see a little jockeying by Landon Castle. Actually kind of made an abrupt move in front of Keselowski. We saw that on the back straightaway too.
And then, wow, what a hard hit.
Well, Josh Wise just nowhere to go, just piles in there.
It looked like Todd Bodine ended up with some damage on the front of his car there. I believe that's who that was that came in and got into the back of Josh Wise then.
from high above in the blimp. You're right, Landa did just come down a little too much.
It looked to me like right there Castle was thinking maybe he was clear trying to get in front of Keselowski.
I was going to ask you, do you think he was maybe coming in to get back in line because they had worked together earlier? Boy, when he comes shooting back up across the track.
Man, see all that foam flying out of the door there.
All right, let's go back and listen one more time.
Check up. Stay where you're at right there. Watch your ass. You're clear up. Oh.
One more look. And the day is over for a couple of beautiful race cars. Oh, poor Josh Wise. He had nowhere to go. Stay with us. We're heading toward the checkered flag with 14 to go. 10th and 11th through 12th. That's Michael Waltrip right along with Casey Kane. Then the two Fords back to the battle up front. White flag is out. Here we go. Who's going to win it at Daytona?
We see Reese.
Oh, look out.
Okay,
look out. Into the wall. He caroms off. Everybody else gets by. He'll go back into the wall. The white flag's still out. No caution on the
Still racing
racetrack.
that into turn 3. Junior's right on the bumper. Clint Boyer.
Does he make history? Dale Earnhardt Jr. or does Clint Boyer win? And here comes Tony Stewart. He's getting the push from Castle. Coming out of 4. This is really going to be close.
Here goes Junior to the inside.
Junior to the inside. Boyer takes the lead and holds on and at the stripe. It's Boyer. Stewart. I thought it was Boyer, but Tony Stewart does it.
Oh, Kyle Busch.
Speed behind you. Wave to 7.
Gets it down on the apron without further contact. Jostling further back, but no other collision.
That was luck.
And Rowdy Busch, winner of
Here, up on the outside, gets a shove from Michael there in the 15 car. Wrong place, wrong time. Like Kyle in the 18 said, I'm gonna get behind the 5, but Michael wasn't ready for him to do that. We talked about how the drivers communicate with each other on their radios. Those two may not have the ability to do that.
Let's have a look from behind the accident, right in the middle of the racetrack.
Darrell, did it almost look like he wanted to first go down there and then had a second thought about it and came back up?
I think he got just a tad loose when he was going to cut to the bottom. I think his car got a little loose, and then Michael was right up on him, and the air just
From Mark Martin.
3 wide. 18 is wrecking behind you. 18's wrecking behind you outside.
Now, there does not appear to be major damage to Kyle Busch's car. Here's what he had to say after the
I had to
spin.
check up because there were 3 wide. There was nowhere to go, so I trail broke a little bit, and it just...
Caution is out for the second time.
Yeah, I'd say he's putting down some oil. Got to be careful here, boys, racing back to this caution.
Junior almost got turned around by Martin Truex.
See, no, I don't understand that. They didn't get the message.
Tucked up underneath him.
They don't know the caution's out. You just heard Junior getting on his spotter. They think, man, this is going to be easy right here.
Boy, that'd like to have been big right there. And the irony of that, when he wrecked in Wednesday's practice, it was Martin Truex Jr. in a 56 that was behind him that turned him sideways because...
Happened at turn 2.
You know, Larry and Mike, I'm almost thinking, I know there's smoke and it's probably pretty hard to see, but Trevor Bayne is right on him. I think he was afraid to slow down too quickly, afraid that Trevor might turn him around. So I think it was a combination of smoke and then somebody right on his back bumper.
Outside him. Right in front of us, man. Right in front of us is a blown engine. Get down. We got in the back of the 7 pretty hard. 10-4.
We know better.
Think you could drive a car, folks, at home 200 miles an hour?
Closer together than most people park.
Yeah, 200 miles an hour with somebody pushing.
Trouble, turn 3.
Big wreck.
Brian Kozlowski, David Rudeman, Michael Waltrip, Matt Kenseth,
big
and
wreck.
half the field.
I see about 3 of the Hendrick cars there that's involved.
Mark Martin is there. I see him. There's a Biffle. Jimmy Johnson's laying over there. There's a 24 car. Looks pretty bad.
Brian Vickers limping around. And Mark Martin is part of it. Greg Biffle got a piece of it. Joe Nemechek's right front all torn up. The 9 of Marcus Ambrose. Yeah, top right of your screen coming
right up here.
Michael into his teammate Rudeman.
Got Rudeman loose.
Right in front of Keselowski. Here comes Nemechek. Pow into Michael.
Look at, nope, didn't make it. Didn't make it.
Brian Keselowski, we just talked about, was involved. That white car up against the wall there.
There's Mark Martin down here, Jimmy Johnson, Jeff Gordon. My. Let's see if we can see anything. Well, there's not a whole lot to see. Michael just got into the back of the. Tony Stewart did the same thing to Michael in the Bud shootout. Got into him pretty hard and turned him around right there and got Michael with it.
And Darrell, everybody was going to the apron, but those cars sliding off 31 degrees of banking, that's where they're going to end up.
It's kind of an old saying down here. What goes down must come up. And you try to go around on the outside if you can.
Jimmy Johnson's 48 just barely got into the back of Matt Kenseth to do enough damage to the right front.
The old Aaron Stream machine, she's done.
Marcus Ambrose is going to the garage for repair. Michael Waltrip's car comes steaming toward the garage.
Brian Vickers in the 83 car gets a lot of damage. Marcus Ambrose in the 9.
Look at that. 3 Hendrick cars, 24, 48, and 5, all slamming into each other.
Back it down, back it down, back it down. Come on. Still coming. Where's the front end over here, guys? We're here to the right side.
And now ride with Mark Martin.
You still 3 spinning in front of you. Get down if you can. Get back up. Get back up. 9 car is spun us. Stage 3 is in the door.
And Jeff Gordon's view.
22 right in front of us, right in front of us. Check it up, check up, check up, check up, check up, check up. Get up.
Jimmy Johnson.
Side 2 wide in front of you, in front of you, in front of you.
Dick Berggren is with David Rudeman.
Well, whose fault was that?
Speed.
A grinding crash puts us under caution for the 4th time in Daytona.
The Daytona 500 on Fox, and an action-packed 45 minutes of activity here. At least 15 cars involved in the latest crash, including some of the headliners here in the 53rd running of the Great American Race. In the first 5 laps, we had 5 lead changes. Overall, there have been 10 different leaders. Pit road is open. Junior is in. Kurt
A bit less grippy than it's been in the last several days.
Dave Blaney driving for Tommy Baldwin. And Al Hankey on, car in the wall, front straightaway. And it is Richardson, Robert Richardson, into the inside wall, coming toward the start-finish line. And that will put us under caution for the 5th time.
Yeah, tied up.
Here's what happened to the 37, Robert Richardson. Oof.
Sure glad they put that safer barrier down along that inside wall there, because we've had a lot of people get into it.
Hard hit. Travis Kvapil is the car behind. And this is the 2nd caution in a row, watching from our Fox Exmo extreme slow motion cam. where we've had one car trying to help another and instead taking them out of the race.
Yeah, that's actually teammates right there. Robert Richardson and the other car that got into the back of him.
And in both cases, I think a lot of it has.
And Bill Elliott, a two-time winner, assumes the lead in the 500 as Robert Richardson spins off Travis Quapple's bumper to bring out the caution. Here's what happened. Travis Quapple, who turned Richardson around for the last caution, gets up out of the groove, knocks the long john and the silver off the right side of his car.
Had all the look that a right front tire was going down on that car.
Good point. Time for an AT&T race break. Down to Chris.
Thanks, Mike. Dale Earnhardt Jr. hanging in there.
Gordon, the first off pit road with Kurt Busch and Ryan Newman. Watch the 42, the target car. Jamie McMurray behind him. Montoya goes around, and what a save at 200 miles an hour. He drives it onto pit road and to the caution flag.
World class right there.
Yellow flag as Travis Quapple limps onto pit road. And back to Steve. Crashed hard in the trioval. He's climbed out of the car. He is okay. He was being bump drafted by Greg Biffle. You're riding with Biffle.
Guy in front of Matt can't pick a lane.
I think Biffle was trying to go down to get him behind Matt and just mistimed it a little bit. Clipped him in the right rear and shot him into the outside wall. And again, see all those styrofoam blocks? That's the safer barrier. Man, that is the greatest thing since interliners and tires.
Again, Matt Kenseth climbed from his car. He was okay. Here's looking back from Joey Logano. Pretty vicious hit. Here it is on our Fox Exmo cam.
And did you see how close he came to taking Montoya out?
Tenth caution flag of this Daytona 500. It comes out with 64 laps to go and 26 cars on the lead lap. We saw Bobby Labonte slow earlier. Up the corner, here is Dick Bergman.
Matt Kenseth, trouble on the racetrack.
And it is Montoya crashing along with Greg Biffle. And again, Montoya makes a great save to come down pit road as the caution flag flies. Thank you, Dick. This ties the record for caution flags in the 500 at 11. Top of your screen, here they come off turn 4.
Well, I think you got to remember something too about that 16 car. It's been wrecked once. And so it's not handling all that great, and Montoya just got into the back of him. And you know, Larry, one thing, and Mike, these guys have been so complimentary of each other. Oh, it wasn't his fault, just racing.
Look at that yellow car of Kurt Busch, dive to the inside and escape down pit road, as does Ryan Newman.
So much of that has to do with this fresh asphalt. It has a ton of grip. You can turn that car just dead left straight down pit road.
Fresh grass doesn't have much grip at all.
About 3 out back, Montoya pushing. And he turned the pit on. On pit road now. In the grass. Take it easy. Nothing's coming at you. Hold her down right there. Nothing.
And on our Fox Exmo cam.
We were talking about synchronized racing. That's synchronized spinning right there.
Look at Montoya, the car control. Locks the brake. Waits on it, unlocks the brake to make the turn to pit road while Biffle is headed for the grass.
Like a snow plow going through there.
Yeah. That nose is tough, though. Look at it. It's eating that grass up, but it's not affecting that nose other than from the wreck. But part's still there, it's not even moving. Long, boys, I'm telling you.
3 Chevys and a Toyota out front. The 2007 winner Kevin Harvick has tweeted that he is back home after falling out of the race with a blown engine. 42nd place Harvick says, sounds like a wild race.
I don't know what it is. I don't see nothing.
38 car hit the wall. Guarantee that.
Probably the first time Quapple hit
Boom.
the wall did enough damage to cause the second 2 times, and been a tough day for Front Row Motorsports, as it has been for several teams today. And Carl Edwards and Trevor Bayne.
You got me, Trevor?
Oh, trouble.
Yeah, who's this?
Turn 3.
Hey, bud.
Into the wall goes Kozlowski.
They were 3 wide getting in there. I was just about ready that there was going to be trouble in turn 3, and sure enough.
And there's more. Another car involved after
Is that
trying
Regan
to drive
Smith?
out of it, and it's Regan Smith.
I thought it was. Did he hit in here? There's just a big wad of cars, and
Robbie Gordon.
Like Robbie got into the back of Brad. And you know, you just can't say what happened. You don't know if Brad had to lift. You don't know if he was trying to change lanes.
That's what sent Smith to the infield.
He got down there and hit Joey Logano on the 20 that got into the side of Regan Smith in the 78.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty hard lick on that 20 too, Larry. Robbie gets a little contact.
Oh, Tony, big miss right there.
Great job there.
Look at
Montoya once again just slips by. Then
as he comes down the track,
when he comes down the hill, this is when
trouble.
he's going to get into the side of the 20 car. Right there.
Look at Stephen Wallace in that 77. What a job.
He missed one.
What a job by him, though.
Yay!
Right here in front. Stay low, stay low, stay low, stay low. Just check up, stay low. Get on the apron, on the apron.
Ah, that sounded pretty hard.
Tony Stewart had a split second. Not even time to decide, just time to react, and he missed it. Digger didn't. We're under caution in Daytona.
Somebody. It's kind of moving all over the place. Look at his hands in there. I mean, that is anybody else would get it. Look at that. He let go of the steering wheel to catch it.
Kept him from wrecking.
But Mike, I think to follow up, it's like, you know, everyone else's rear bumper is pretty solid. I think with all the
pushing, here comes David Reagan and Trevor Bayne in the 21, and on the outside, Clint Boyer and Kyle Busch.
Yeah, don't.
South.
Four car in the wall. Caution out.
Turn 4, caution's out.
Casey Kane. It's like Carl Edwards knew something was wrong. He got off Kane, and Kane went up and into the wall.
Looked like Kane had a tire go down. He just kind of eased up the hill there and smacked the wall. Yep, right front.
right now because they're 3 wide in front of them.
6 times a driver has scored his first sprint. Oh! Smith gets turned in front of Boyer and Newman and Hamlin.
Keep coming. Caution's out now. Wait them off.
That's because Smith got a little bit of a gap between he and Busch slammed into him.
You can see that starting to happen.
Yeah, that was. Kurt Busch says he's getting he's getting a push from Tony. He slams into, he didn't get hooked up smooth. He slammed into the back of the 78, and that just turned him into the outside wall.
Dave Blaney scoots through.
Hamlin was on the brakes, locking up. He's going to have to come to pit road because he's got flat spotted tires. But that was just from getting a little bit of a gap. And then Tony Stewart got behind Kurt Busch and just pushed him up, and he slammed into the back of Regan Smith in the 78 and turned him in the outside wall.
Left front damage on Hamlin. The nose gone on Boyer's car. Left front damage to Newman. Right side damage to Smith. There you see it.
It was almost guaranteed, Larry. I didn't see how they could keep pushing it like that, the way they were. 3 wide this late in the day.
That's the 2 cars that's led to most laps in this Daytona 500, Ryan Newman and Clint Boyer.
And Regan Smith, what a wonderful day he had up to there.
Wonderful week.
Great. You see right there, that was just too hard of a hit. Even though it's on the straightaway, these cars are harder to control down the straightaway than they are in the corner with the banking.
Newman and Boyer have made pit stops, and they are able to continue. Now Hamlin has a flat tire. He will pit this time.
Yeah, he flat spotted his tires trying to miss this deal going down the back. Bam.
Regan Smith turned in front of Boyer and Newman. Nowhere to go.
Kyle Busch got some damage as well, left front fender.
Let's ride through this with Dale Earnhardt Jr.
One in front of him, half. He's to him, he's to him. Hey, come on low, come on low, come on low, come on, come on, come on.
Great job, man. Great.
And there's what happened to Denny Hamlin's left front. Green flag.
Perfect. Good hesitation. Now if they can get hooked up and push.
And Tony timed it a little better, but can Bobby Labonte get up there to help Tony Stewart, or is he a man alone?
He's in no man's land. I just don't know if he can hang out there.
But look at the two Busch brothers, Kurt Busch in the 22 and Kyle Busch in the 18, working the high side.
I'm hearing they're going, oh, we got a car around. Got a car around right
Robbie
there.
Gordon saves it.
But the 6 is being black flagged, passing before the start-finish line.
And a car on the wall.
Newman again.
Ryan Newman hits the wall.
Junior.
Truex and Junior.
Oh, no, and here's Truex.
Caution is out.
Caution is out there, yeah.
Which is good, but here comes Robbie Gordon with a head of steam, and Tony had filled the hole that Robbie was going to try to go in. Robbie almost saves it.
So Gordon's down and off the racetrack. What happens behind them? A.J. Allmendinger got into Ryan Newman, who got into the wall, who collected Truex, came across, and Junior spun.
It's like some drivers were checking up, some were not.
No pressure there anywhere you want to go. Spinning up there, go high, go high. Watch that 7. Oh, he's coming, come back, come on, come on, come on, come on. No caution, come on. Hello, come on, come on, come on. There you go. Hold the brake, We're in, guys.
Looked like not Allmendinger, but someone to Newman's right.
Yeah,
tipped him.
Newman definitely bounced off the wall and got Junior as he was trying to go by. And I think what happened here is they saw the 7 coming back up on the racetrack, and they were trying to make room, and there wasn't any room. And then Junior just got out there, got turned.
Now Kyle Busch has come to pit road. So has Clint Boyer, and so have. Now Robbie Gordon figured in this because, watch the orange car bottom of the screen. He got up against Stewart after a little push from Gilliland. Makes a nice save down here. And then tries to come back up on track.
But the car control Robbie Gordon in that 7 had down on the apron through turn 2, unbelievable.
Yeah, Regan Smith was trying to move over a little bit to give Robbie room to get back on the racetrack, and when he did, he got into Ryan.
Robbie comes up. Everybody moves a little. Wow, hard hit for Ryan Newman. And for Dale Jr.
Yeah, there's no safer barrier down that back straightaway. Starts right there where Junior just hit, so pretty tough lick.
And a big thank you to all of our NASCAR on Fox cameramen and replay technicians. They've had a bid twice the Sprint Cup championship. He's won everything at Daytona.
47 you. Still with you. Bottom of.
And coming through the middle, Kurt Busch. Now down to the inside.
Bobby Labonte in that 47 gave Trevor Bayne a heck of a push. Now all they can do is try to hug the bottom of the racetrack and protect.
I like what I tell you, that 22 though is coming in with a head of steam, and Juan Pablo right on him. Looks like Tony and Mark might have I don't know if they got enough time to get back up there or not. I don't think they do.
Dale Jr. checked and released at the infield care center. They'll face the white flag when they come around to decide the 53rd Daytona 500. Rookie Trevor Bayne in his second Sprint Cup start will lead them to a white flag with Bobby Labonte. Here comes Kurt Busch and Juan Montoya. Carl Edwards in fifth.
And we know Kurt Busch and Montoya is going to make a move. DW, when will they make it?
I don't think they're going to make it till turn 4. I mean, we keep hearing about I'm a set and duck when I'm leading this thing. So I guess that makes it 21, a set and duck right now. But we'll see here. That 22 knows how to win from that position. That's where he won the Bud Shootout from.
Edwards and Gilliland down to the inside, trying to.
Where did that 34 come from?
Trying to spoil the party.
Oh my
They
God!
spoiled the party for Kurt Busch and Montoya, and here they come through turn 4.
Gilliland, former pole sitter of the 500. Edwards has room underneath. Now he pushes Trevor Bayne.
It's over.
Cinderella
Trevor Bayne is going to win the Daytona 500.
Unbelievable.
Happy birthday, Trevor Bayne, 20 years old.